Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to the Day's Explainer, where we're going to tackle a situation literally none of us want to be in, but absolutely all of us need to be prepared for. We're talking about the ultimate car emergency kit. You know, a well-stocked car kit does something pretty incredible. It takes a miserable, potentially dangerous weight and turns it into just a manageable inconvenience. And as we're going to see today, your real enemy out on the shoulder isn't just a flat tire. It's the elements, particularly the freezing cold, which actively works to destroy your gear. So, let's get into it.
Look, I want to ask you this directly. Are you actually ready for a breakdown? The reality is, most of us will spend way more unplanned time stranded in a car than in any other emergency scenario you can even think of. Think about that for a second. You are far more likely to be shivering on a freezing highway waiting for a tow truck than you are to be dealing with almost anything else. So to make absolutely sure you're prepared, we're breaking the essentials down into 6 functional phases: the unplanned roadside wait, getting moving again, staying safe and seen, surviving the elements, calling for backup, and finally, maintaining your kit.
Starting with Section 1, the unplanned roadside wait.
We really need to ground ourselves in what a breakdown actually looks like. Picture a multi-hour wait on a freezing highway, miles from the nearest town. Now here's a crucial difference between a home kit and a car kit. The trunk of your car is an active battleground against extreme elements. Think of your trunk in the winter as basically an uninsulated freezer. And here's the thing, these freezing temperatures actively degrade your gear. The cold literally saps the chemical energy right out of batteries, and it makes materials like plastics and adhesives dangerously brittle. So the specific items you choose, they matter immensely.
Moving on to Section 2, getting moving again.
Obviously, the absolute best-case scenario is that you have the tools to fix the issue yourself and get safely back on the road. Now, don't worry, you don't need a massive, full mechanics toolbox taking up your whole trunk. A compact kit in a small zippered pouch is plenty for roadside basics. You want pliers, a wrench set, a screwdriver, and duct tape. Honestly, these alone handle a surprising range of minor mechanical issues well enough to just limp your car to a repair shop. Oh, and you definitely want a quality multi-tool. Make sure you specifically choose one with a sturdy pair of pliers and a locking blade. Those are the 2 functions drivers reach for most often for dozens of quick roadside tasks.
Next up, tires and traction. A slow leak or a nail doesn't have to leave you stranded if you have a tire repair kit and a portable air compressor to just plug it and reinflate it on the spot. But here is a massive pro tip. Practice using that compressor at home first. Seriously, you do not want to be trying to decipher instructions for the very first time on the side of a freezing highway with numb fingers. Also, toss in a bag of cat litter or sand. Yeah, cat litter isn't just for Mr. Whiskers. It gives your tires much-needed traction if you're stuck on ice or mud. And the best part? It's super cheap and just sits out of the way right up until the exact second you desperately need it.
All right, trunk reality check time. A dead battery is incredibly common, and a portable jump starter is an absolute lifesaver. But remember our major focus on the elements? Freezing temperatures literally slow down the chemical reactions inside lithium-ion batteries. If you leave a jump starter sitting in a freezing trunk all winter long, that bitter cold is going to silently drain its charge straight to 0. You have to test that charge level every few months for sure.
Section 3, staying safe and seen. If you can't get moving and you're stuck on the shoulder, your immediate priority shifts to protecting yourself and your passengers from oncoming traffic. Breakdowns at night are far more dangerous than during the day. It's just a simple fact of visibility. You're in danger from drivers who can't see you, and you're in danger because you can't see what you're working on under the hood. You absolutely must have a flashlight and extra batteries. Specifically, you want an LED flashlight with a strobe setting. It pulls double duty. It's a super bright work light for the engine, and then you can switch it to strobe as a distress signal for approaching cars. Speaking of alerting other drivers, making yourself visible while stopped is one of the most important safety measures you can take, and yet it's skipped all the time. Let's look at the 2 main options here: reflective triangles versus road flares. Reflective warning triangles are definitively the safer, long-term choice. They're way more durable, and unlike flares, there is 0 fire risk. It's just a one-and-done purchase that safely does the job every single time.
Section 4, surviving the elements. Once your car is visible, your biggest threat isn't traffic anymore. It's the weather. This is where the cold really shows its teeth. Think about it. If your engine is dead, your heater is dead, and if you're stuck in freezing temperatures, hypothermia becomes a very real risk within just a few hours. I mean, that's not an exaggeration. It's a severe medical emergency. This is exactly why you absolutely must pack a compact emergency blanket or a sleeping bag. They take up practically no space, but they provide serious, life-saving insulation against that bitter cold.
Building on that, let's talk about the survival essentials to keep you going while you wait. First, regarding that emergency blanket, store it in a sealed bag to keep it dry and compact. And hey, if you regularly drive with passengers, you've got to pack a second one. Beyond that, a few cheap, non-perishable snacks like granola bars and nuts, plus some bottled water, costs almost nothing, but it makes a multi-hour wait so much more bearable. Finally, accidents happen, right? A basic first aid kit lets you handle minor cuts and injuries until real help can get there.
But keep our theme in mind. The elements are relentlessly attacking your kit. Just like the freezing cold threatens your batteries and your body temperature, extreme heat in the summer takes a brutal toll too. The heat inside a closed trunk can cause those snacks to spoil way faster than the printed expiration dates. That intense heat also ruins the medications and ointments tucked away in your first aid kit. You've got to rotate these items out to make sure they're actually safe and usable when an emergency hits.
Section 5. Calling for backup.
When you can't fix the car yourself and you're safely waiting out the weather, you need backup. Here is a massive pro tip. You need a phone charger that does not rely on the car running. I'm talking about a small dedicated battery pack, because if your car battery is dead, those built-in USB ports are completely useless. Keep this pack in the glove box, not the trunk. You want it within arm's reach the exact second you need it. Plus, remember how extreme cold destroys lithium-ion battery capacity by slowing down the chemical reactions? Keeping this backup up front in the insulated cabin is an absolute lifesaver compared to the freezing trunk.
And what if your phone battery dies entirely, or you're stuck in some rural area with zero signal? You need the ultimate old-school failsafe, a printed list of emergency contacts. A small physical card with roadside assistance numbers, family contacts, and your insurance information saves critical time. Keep a duplicate copy of this in your glove box as a backup to the one in your wallet. Oh, and definitely remember to update it if someone's phone number changes.
Section 6. Maintaining your kit.
So having all these items is an awesome first step, but how you store them is what ensures they actually work. I really want to hit this point home. A car emergency kit is literally useless if you don't protect it from the elements. We've seen exactly how the cold ruins jump-starter batteries, how freezing temps create hypothermia risks, and how summer heat destroys food and medicine. The environment in your trunk is incredibly hostile. Because of that, regular maintenance isn't just a suggestion, it's a hard requirement for the kit to function.
Let's look at these simple, actionable steps to do this right. It really doesn't need to be expensive or elaborate. Step 1. Pack all 12 of these items into a single tote bag or a milk crate that lives permanently in the trunk. Keeping it contained protects your gear and stops everything from rolling around. Step 2. Check the kit every few months. And Step 3. Actively replace anything that's expired, anything that's leaked, or anything damaged by the extreme heat or cold. If you use a bandage, restock it. This is a living kit, and it needs your attention to keep you safe.
We've covered the tools, the survival gear, and exactly why that extreme cold and heat are the real enemies of your supplies. So I want to leave you with this one final critical thought. When that sudden winter storm hits, or when you find yourself stuck on a dark, freezing shoulder miles from home, will your trunk be ready when the temperature drops? Don't wait to find out the hard way. Go check your kit today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, stay safe out there.